Welcome students. Our today's topic of discussion is equipotential surface. In this picture, you see contour lines of a topographic map. When you look at maps, you see contour lines of equal height of mountains, what we call equal altitudes. Like that, we have surfaces of equipotential. Now, let us study in detail what is equipotential surface. Let us see, suppose this is an point charge q, consider this charge at a distance r. I have the potential V is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r. When I go this side at the same distance r, I find the same potential V is equal to k q upon r. When I go this side and also this side, at everywhere I find the same potential. Okay. So, what is the locus of all points? When I join up all the points, I will get a sphere at which every point potential is same, and this sphere is called equipotential surface. Equipotential surface. Equi means same. So, same potential. Okay. So, let us define equipotential surface. Equipotential surfaces are imaginary surfaces on which at every point potential is same. Okay. So, for the point charge q at a distance r, the equipotential surface is like this. When r increases, as suppose at this distance r increases, then this is the equipotential surface at which every point potential is same. So, like this, these are concentric equipotential surfaces. Okay. When I go very far away, then the curvatures will become less. Okay. Now, let us study the characteristics of equipotential surfaces. First, students say what is the direction of equipotential surface? Yes, this is the direction of equipotential surface, and you see at every point the angle is 90 degree. That means, the electric field and the equipotential surfaces are right angles to each other. That is important point. We must remember that the direction of electric field and the equipotential surface are always right angles to each other. Next point that is important also. Suppose here potential V1 and here potential V2, then which potential is larger? Yes, see, this distance is smaller, so potential will be larger. So, this distance is larger, so V2 potential will be smaller, as V inversely proportional to R. So, that is why V1 is always greater than V2, and electric field goes from higher potential to lower potential. Okay. The third one is the most important point. See, suppose I have an equipotential surface like this and I take a charge q from this point to this point. Okay. Here I have potential V1, here I have potential V2. Then how much work I have to do taking this charge from this point to this point? See, here energy E1 is equal to Q into V1, energy U2 is equal to Q into V2. So, work done is change in energy, that is U1 minus U2 is equal to Q into V1 minus V2, and we know on equipotential surface potential is same. So, V1 is equal to V2, that means our work done is 0. So, in carrying a charge from one point to another on equipotential surface, I have to do 0 work. Okay. Now, let us discuss the shapes of the potential, equipotentials. You see, for the point charge, the equipotential surfaces are sphere, spherical surfaces. Okay. Suppose you have the line charge, then what will be the shape? The shape is a cylindrical shape. Like this cylindrical shape. Equipotential surfaces are cylindrical surfaces. And suppose you have plane sheet of charge, that is uniform electric field, and in this you will find those equipotential surfaces are plane surfaces. Now, we will discuss what are the equipotential surfaces, shapes of the equipotentials for dipoles. Now, let me recall what is dipole. Due to polarization of charges in an atom or molecule, a dipole forms. So, two equal and opposite charges of same magnitude that is considered as a dipole, and this dipole is a single system. Okay. Now, we will study the shapes of dipole. So, for that, here suppose I have a charge plus q, and here I have charge minus q separated by some distance. Then what is the electric field? You know the direction of electric field is like this. You know very well that what are the directions of electric field, how to draw electric field lines. Okay. So, these are the electric field lines. Now, I have to draw equipotentials. Then equipotentials, when you are very close to this point charge, that is you will find this perfect spheres. And here also like this. So, these are the equipotentials. See, here the distance is less and here the distances are more. Why? Because you know in this region electric field is maximum, that is here you find the strong electric field, but here you find there is weak electric field in comparison. Okay. So, that means you know the relation dV is equal to E dr. So, when there is strong electric field, the distance will be smaller to get the same potential. Here the electric field is weak, so the distance will be larger to get the same potential. So, that is why these are the structures of equipotentials. And at the equatorial line, potential is 0. I will find later. Now, we will discuss what are the shapes of equipotentials for two positively charges, equally positive charges, and for them the electric field lines are like this. You know very well that electric field is outward for a positive charge, point charge. Then what are the shapes of equipotential? See, when you are very close to this point charge, you get the perfect equipotential surfaces, that is spherical equipotential surface. And when you are very far away, you find that these two equal positive charges will seem like single positive charge. Suppose you have here +2 charge and here also +2 charge, then at very far away you will find that +4 charge, +2 plus +2, that is +4 charge. So, at far distance you will find the equipotential surface, that is a sphere at very far away. And another shape is equipotential surfaces is like this. See, what is this point in the middle of the two charges? You know, this point is called neutral point. We know very well this is the neutral point where the electric field is 0. Yes, here the electric field is 0, but what is the potential? Is potential 0 here? No, only electric field 0, but potential here is positive. That means I have to do work here, but I do not feel any force because electric field is 0. Okay. And another shape also due to repulsion is like this. So, in this way you will find the shapes of the equipotentials for dipoles and for two positively charged charges, and everywhere you find for dipoles also that the angle between electric field and equipotential surface is 90 degree everywhere, here also, okay, everywhere is 90 degree. Now, let us see the figures that in the slides, that the different shapes of equipotentials. Here the equipotential lines of point charge, and here equipotential lines between the two charged parallel plates, that is green dashed lines are there, and these are equipotential lines, and the red lines are electric field lines, and they both are perpendicular to each other. Next is, it is for dipoles what I discussed, that is green dashed lines also. Green dashed lines represents equipotential lines and the red lines are electric field lines. And here equipotential lines of two equal positive charges. You can see here clearly these are the shapes of equipotentials. Now, let us solve one problem. Suppose you have suppose you have uniform electric field, okay, and a test charge is moved from point A to point C along the path A, B, C. Then what is the potential difference between the 2 points D and A? What is the potential difference between points D and A? That means yes, this side is B and this side is A, and the angle of elevation is theta. This is given, and you have to find out what is BA minus BD. We will see later. Now we will see, we will solve this problem on equipotential. So, we have to find out this potential difference between the 2 points D and A. So, you know that AB is a equipotential line as it is perpendicular to the electric field. So, that means at every point on equipotential line the potential is same. So, VA is equal to VB. So, VA minus VD is equal to, I can write that VB minus VD. Okay. So, VB minus VD, so we know the relation V1 minus V2 is equal to ED in the previous class. So, VB minus VD is equal to E into D. So, E, that means here D's distance is BD. Okay. So, what is BD? See, here the side is B, then cos theta is BD upon B. So, BD is equal to B cos theta. So, this is your answer. So, VA minus BD is EB cos theta. This is your answer. Okay. Now, let us discuss when a dipole is kept in electric field, uniform electric field, then what happens to the dipole? Let us see. When a dipole is in uniform electric field, suppose in a capacitor, here it is positive plate and it is negative plate, the electric field is produced from positive to negative. Okay. And in electric field, uniform electric field, I place a dipole at the elevation theta, angle of elevation theta. This is minus q and this is plus q. Angle of elevation is theta. Their separation distance is 12 and dipole moment's direction is from minus q to plus q, and it is electric field direction. Then here the force acting on the plus q charge is plus QE, and here the force acting on the minus q charge, that is minus QE. You see, these two forces are same in magnitude, but opposite in direction. So, the net force is 0, the net force is 0. That means, the dipole, there is no linear motion of the dipole, no translatory motion of the dipole. Only dipole can rotate. Okay? In the uniform electric field, dipole can rotate. That means, so what helps the rotation of for the dipole? See, when I rotate the dipole in this way, then the coupler force will act and that produce torque. And torque is, we know that torque is force into perpendicular distance, and force is, you know that force is, the magnitude of force is QE, and the perpendicular distance, this is R, perpendicular distance R, and sin theta is, that is R upon 2L, R by 2L. So, I get R is equal to 2L sin theta. So, I can write here, that is 2L sin theta. And we know Q2L, charge into separation. What is this? This is dipole moment. Dipole moment is Q into 2L. So, I can put here, so that is PE sin theta. In vector form, I can write tau vector is equal to P cross E. This is the expression of torque for the dipole. See, when the dipole is kept inside non-uniform electric field, then what happens? If a dipole is kept in non-uniform electric field, the dipole experiences both force and torque. In uniform field, it experiences only torque, but in non-uniform field, it experiences both force and torque. That means, there is both linear and translatory motion. Now, we will discuss what is the potential energy of dipole. Potential energy of a dipole. We know that work done is stored as a potential energy, that is, so work done is equal to, we know the formula, work done is force into displacement, but here as there is no force, so we have to put the formula in terms of torque, this torque into angular displacement theta. So, for the small angular displacement, small work done dW is equal to tau into d theta. So, integrating, I can find the total work done, that is tau d theta, integration from theta 1 to theta 2. So, putting the value of tau, that is Pe sin theta d theta, integration from theta 1 to theta 2. So, Pe sin theta, that is integration is minus cos theta. So, minus here cos theta, theta 1 to theta 2, it is minus Pe cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. So, I can write here, this is Pe whole into cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Okay. Suppose the dipole is placed inside the electric field in right angle. So, this is the dipole, minus q plus q, and here is the dipole moment, this is electric field. Okay. So, dipole is placed right angle to the electric field, then theta 1 is equal to 90 degree and theta 2 is theta. So, I get this is Pe whole into, there is cos 90 0 and this is minus cos theta, minus cos theta. So, this is nothing but our energy. So, energy U is equal to minus Pe cos theta, or I can write U is equal to minus P dot E. Okay. Is equal to minus P dot E. Now, let us discuss what the equilibrium of dipole inside electric field. equilibrium of dipole inside electric field. What is equilibrium? Equilibrium of an object of a system means when there is net force is 0 or net torque is 0, then that object is in equilibrium position. Then equilibrium two types, that is one is stable equilibrium and another one is unstable equilibrium. Okay. What is stable equilibrium? After displacing the charged particle, so this is the expression of potential energy of a dipole, that is U is equal to minus P dot E. Then we will discuss the different positions where the energy will be minimum and where the energy will be maximum, and we will discuss also the equilibrium position, that is stable equilibrium and unstable equilibrium. We will discuss equilibrium of a dipole inside electric field. What is equilibrium? Equilibrium of an object of a system is where net force and net torque is 0. That is, equilibrium is of two types, that is stable equilibrium and unstable equilibrium. So, in equilibrium, that is net force is 0 or net torque is 0, we can say the object is an equilibrium. That is two types, what I said, that is stable and unstable equilibrium. So, what is stable equilibrium? The stable equilibrium of a charged particle after displacing from the equilibrium position, when it returns back to its original position, then the object is said to be in equilibrium position, otherwise unstable equilibrium. For example, I am showing here, suppose this is marker and this is in hanging stage, the marker is in hanging stage. Then if I disturb a little, then the marker will return to its original position again. See, when I disturb a little, it will come back to its original position. Then this is called, the marker is in stable equilibrium. Okay. Suppose this marker is resting on the table, then if I disturb a little, then it will not come back to its original position, then it is said to be in unstable equilibrium. So, similarly, for the dipole case also, suppose inside electric field, a dipole is kept minus q and this is plus q. In this way, then the dipole moment is from minus q to plus q, and this is E, direction of electric field, and this is the dipole moment direction from minus q to plus q. Then you will find what is the potential energy then. Achha. So, here torque is 0 because there is no movement, but potential energy U is equal to minus P E cos theta, and theta is the angle between dipole moment and electric field, and the angle is 0. So, cos 0. So, cos 0 is 1. So, I will get energy is minus P E. This is stable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium. Okay. As it is negative sign, that means energy is decreased. So, the dipole, this system has minimum energy. So, in stable equilibrium, the dipole has minimum energy. Let us see unstable case. Suppose here inside the electric field, the dipole is kept like this. This is plus q and this is minus q. Then here, and the dipole moment direction is from minus q to plus q, and this is electric field direction. If I disturb a little, suppose if I disturb a little, then it will not come back to its original position. It will totally rotate and acquire stable equilibrium. But here, if I disturb a little, it will come back to its original position to acquire stable equilibrium. Okay? So, that is why it is stable equilibrium, as it is not returning to its original position, that is why it is called unstable equilibrium. And here also torque 0, as there is no movement, and energy is equal to minus Pe cos the angle between dipole moment and electric field is 180. So, the 180 minus 1, so minus times minus is plus. So, we get the energy plus Pe. That means it acquires unstable equilibrium and the dipole has maximum energy. Maximum energy. Remember this, in stable equilibrium the dipole has minimum energy, and in unstable equilibrium the dipole has maximum energy. Okay. Let us solve one problem here. Suppose what is the potential energy, question number 1, what is the potential energy of a point charge and a dipole system? Point charge and a dipole system. Suppose this is point charge q and this is dipole, the dipole moment is in this direction and the electric field is in this direction. The distance between the point charge and the center of the dipole is A. Then what is the potential energy of this system? Then what is the electric field? The electric field of a point charge due to a point charge at the center of the dipole is E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught A square. Okay. So, potential energy of the system is minus Pe cos the angle is 0 as the dipole moment and electric field are in the same direction. So, cos raise 1, so minus Pe, that is equal to minus Pq upon 4 pi epsilon naught A square. This is the answer. Now, the second question is, suppose a short dipole and a point charge are placed in the x axis in the coordinate system, then suppose this is x axis and this is y axis and the point charge is at origin and here is the dipole and the distance from the point charge to the center of the dipole is x. Here the dipole moment and here is the electric field direction. Now, what is the force here? What is the force here? Find out the force acting on the dipole due to point charge q. That is, we found that the energy is U is equal to minus Pq upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square, because the distance is x here. And so, force, the formula force is minus del u by del x, that is equal to, derivating the energy we get, this is minus Pq upon 2 pi epsilon naught x cube. Okay, this is the answer. Now, suppose the dipole is rotated 180 degree about z axis. So, the dipole is rotated, this is point charge q and this is the dipole and is rotated 180 degree. So, the dipole moment direction is like this and this is electric field direction and the distance is x. Then what is the energy? U is equal to minus P e cos 180, that is minus 1. So, minus times minus is plus. So, plus P e that is P q upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square and force is minus del u by del x. So, we get P q upon 2 pi epsilon naught x cube. This is the answer. Okay. Next, we will discuss about potential for dipoles. Now, let us discuss the unit of potential energy. We know the unit of potential energy is joule, but as this unit joule unit is large when you are dealing with electrons, atoms or molecules, then for this purpose another unit electron volt is used, electron volt EV. 1 electron volt, you know the energy is Q into V, charge into potential. So, charge of electron is 1.6 in 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb into 1 volt, that is 1.6 in 10 to the power minus 19 joule. So, 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 in 10 to the power minus 19 joule. It is very important, you must remember. Okay. Now, answer to my question, what is the kinetic energy of a helium plus 2 ion released from rest and accelerated through a potential difference of 2.5 kilovolt. What is the answers? The options are 2500 electron volt, 500 electron volt, 5000 electron volt, 10,000 electron volt. What is the answer? See, when the helium plus 2 ion is released from rest, then potential energy is converted to kinetic energy. So, I can put the same formula that energy is kinetic energy is equal to that charge of helium ion, that is 2 E into potential, that is 2.5 kilovolt, that is 2.5 into 10 to the power 3 volt. So, that is equal to 5000 electron volt. Okay. So, option C is the right answer. So, now let us discuss what is the potential of a dipole at different positions. Let us discuss all this. You know the electric field intensity of a dipole at different positions. Now, let us discuss potential. Potential due to dipole, first on axial line. Suppose here is your minus q charge and here plus q charge separated by distance r, separation is 2 L and from the center this is L and this is also L. and I have to find at the point of observation P. Then from the center of the dipole the distance is r to the point of observation, and from plus q it is r minus L, and from minus q it is r plus L. So, potential due to plus q is q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r minus L. Potential due to minus q is minus q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r plus L. So, potential is easy to calculate in comparison to electric field, because electric field is a vector quantity and potential is a scalar quantity. So, it is easy to calculate. So, net potential at point P is equal to V plus Q plus V minus Q, that is equal to, taking Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught common, it is 1 minus 1 by r minus L minus 1 by r plus L. So, I will find that V p is equal to Q 2 L upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square minus L square, okay, and Q 2 L, that is dipole moment. So, P by 4 pi epsilon naught, as L very less than r. So, I can write potential at point P on axial line is K P upon r square, whereas the electric field is 2 K P by r Q, but potential is K P by r square. Next, we will see what is the equatorial line. At equatorial line, see, this is our dipole and this is our equatorial position, point of observation P, and from the center the distance is r, this is L, this is also L. Then potential due to this distance is r square plus L square root over, this distance is r square plus L square root over. Then potential due to plus q is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus L square. Potential due to minus q is minus q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus L square. So, what is the net potential? Net potential is 0. Okay. So, at equatorial position the potential is 0 for a dipole. Next, we will discuss at any point, at any point. Suppose this is a dipole separated at distance, this is minus q, this is plus q, separated by distance 2L, and this is L, this is also L, and the point of observation is here P. The distance from the center of dipole to point of observation is r, and the angle of elevation is theta. Now, I will find the potential due to plus q is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon naught this distance. Suppose this is S, this is R. So, this SP distance. What is SP distance? How we calculate? See, suppose these two lines are there, and I will, what is the path difference between these two lines? What I will do? I will make a perpendicular from this line to this line. Now, this difference is our path difference. Now, these two lines are equal. So, in order to get the distance S p, I will put a perpendicular. Okay. So, you know the angle is theta, and here this distance is L. So, this component will be L cos theta. Okay. So, now suppose this is I will mark here, this is n marking here n. So, the distance n p is how much? So, this is c. So, c p distance is r, and this is L cos theta. So, n p distance is r minus L cos theta. So, this distance is equal to S p distance. So, this distance is r minus L cos theta. So, I can write here this q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r minus L cos theta. Now, potential due to minus q is equal to minus q upon 4 pi epsilon naught this r p distance. How I will calculate? In a similar way, I will extend this line and I will put a perpendicular here. Okay. So, this as this angle is theta, also this angle will be theta, and this length is L. So, this component will be L cos theta. So, I will mark here that O, suppose. So, OP distance is r plus L cos theta, similar as RP. So, RP distance is, this is minus q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, RP distance is r plus L cos theta. Okay. So, now the net potential at point P is equal to V plus Q plus V minus Q, that is equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught, taking common here 1 by r minus L cos theta minus 1 by r plus L cos theta. So, in solving I will find there is q 2L cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square minus L square cos square theta. Okay. So, as L is very less than r, so I will find that is, and q2L is our dipole moment. So, I will find V cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. This is our potential. Okay. Here on axial line, that is theta is equal to 0. So, cos 0 is 1. So, potential is P upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square, and on equatorial line theta is 90, cos 90 is 0. So, potential is 0 there. Now, answer to my question that at what is that point where electric field exists, but potential is 0. What is that point? Potential is 0, but electric field exists. What is that point? That point is at equatorial line. At equatorial line potential is 0, but there exists electric field. Similarly, at what point potential exists, but electric field is there? Electric field is 0. What is that point? Many examples are there. You can say inside the conductor. Inside conductor electric field is 0, but potential is constant. Okay. So, now we will see, we saw the potential for dipoles. Now, let us see what are the potential of, now we will see multipoles, potential for multipoles. for monopole or for point charge, that potential is proportional to r to the power minus 1, as V is equal to k q upon r. Okay. And for dipole, we saw that potential proportional to r to the power minus 2 k p upon r square. So, for quadrupole, potential is proportional to r to the power minus 3, and for octopole potential is proportional to r to the power minus 4. Okay. So, quadrupole is sum of 2 dipoles and octopole is sum of 2 quadrupoles. So, dear students, today we discussed about the potential energy of dipoles and potential for the dipoles, and we saw that at stable equilibrium the potential energy is minimum for a dipole, and the unstable equilibrium the potential energy is maximum for a dipole. So, now this potential chapter completes here. Thank you.